Spiritdoc here. Welcome. Alright, so today's message is a message from your archangels. I don't necessarily have like a topic. They told me just let the cards talk and they will move my mouth. So, we are going to welcome and I try. So I call on this time to welcome the Holy Spirit, the archangels, the universe, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, however you address your universe, I welcome them in. But I do clarify in rules. I welcome only high vibe, loving souls around here. So I welcome in all these high vibe, loving angels, ancestors, obviously the Holy Spirit, and you guys. So this message is for you if you've been vibing high. Alright, your archangels have a message for you. And they also made me pull out these messages from heaven. So I feel like you have a communicator up there that's with you at this time as well. I'm seeing the color blue. I'm hearing the letter B. And the letter O. I must have heard bro. Alright, so what is the message from your angels, your higher ups, your team that's guiding you right now? Your sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So if you've been feeling kind of sensitive right now, know that those are downloads given to you kind of so you could work through that emotion. So that way when it comes time to speak about it again or come through those emotions again, it won't be so rough, you know? Indigo and Crystal Children. Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children. In particular, you could help children who are sensitive. Sensitive and sensitive. Think about it. In spiritualityness. If you're sensitive to your spirit team, as well as obviously lower vibe entities, because they be sneaking in too unless you stand your ground and don't allow it, right? Your children are going through the same thing. Okay? It's time to be there for your children and honor your inner child within, they're saying. You have an inner child still inside of you, right? They want you to connect with your children. Yesterday I did a reading. It was about our 7 chakras, but it didn't upload. I'll try again. It was like an hour long though, because it's about each chakra. But they had me show this book again. Children of the Light, right? And it talks about the Mayan cultures, saw themselves as children of the light, descended from celestial realms, and their prophecies foretell a time of great spiritual awakening. They prophesied a time when the gateways to higher consciousness would open once again. That time is now. So we talked about, you know, awakenings and collectives and waves and stuff. But think about like a tsunami when there's a great wave to take over the land, right? Or partial land. So think about how like our indigenous people were here, part of the land. They're connected. They were star seeds placed on this land to do miraculous things during their lifetime. Same as you. And honestly, if you've been more sensitive lately, it's because the lower entities are trying to pull you back into confusion or just bullshit, while you have bigger and higher things to be doing here on land for your future, the children to come. And if you've been guided to help your child because they're awakening at a young age, it's because it's the universe trying to make that spiritual grand wave, right? A whole new world order. So instead of like Jesus and his disciples and stuff in the boat, right? We're doing it spiritually this time. Okay? Maybe just some everyday stuff that you're going through. I feel like I need to iterate on as far as the sensitivity and children. Because they guided me to the Sip to Life messages. This is like life events or things going on in your life for the collective. Doctor, maybe you need to go to the doctor. It's time to bring your children to their yearly exams. Don't fall behind on that. Especially if you're a single mother, it is hard. I'm hearing you can also ask their father to help. Especially, I'm hearing, you know, if you are a single mother, doing it on your own all the time and you don't be asking the other parent for help, now's the time to ask for help. Or your children might need to see a therapist because they have daddy issues, their dad's not around. You know, that could be, saving, for instance, my older children. Their dad's around, but he's not around. He's around, but he's not around, you know? And I've noticed how that affects my children, even at a young age. And I probably should have got them, you know, a little bit more help at a younger age than I do now. I didn't realize my children were so sensitive to daddy issues at such a young age until I went through it. Well, now I went through it with my children, so now I can speak about it to you guys, right? I've gotten my children counseling and stuff for their daddy issues, and you know, we talk to the doctor about it, and most importantly, we talk to spirit about it, and I guide them to be open with me and how they really feel, or, you know, stuff like that. Lovely May came out, so maybe May is a date for you. May is the 5th month, so that's also changes, bringing lovely changes to your children's connection with their father. You know, even when I left my first child's father's, no matter how shitty he was towards me, because I was in a relationship, I still told my children he's the best thing in the world. And when he went missing or didn't want to pick them up, you know, I told them that he was out in another state, you know, being Superman, fixing world problems. Like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have lied to my children, but they were too young to know the truth. Like, they didn't need that shit in their lives, you know? And sometimes that's your duty as a parent, is to not let these circumstances affect them, right? So, as a collective, you guys, start honoring your children and their connections, you know, to their fathers, to their mothers, okay? But also honor your inner child. Maybe you have some daddy issues. Maybe your daddy wasn't around. Maybe your dad was around, but he wasn't around. You know, in my household, when I was younger, this is how we lived. My dad cooked us breakfast, but he left it on the table for us to get it when we woke up. He went to work before we got up for school, you know? It was literally just like toast and jelly and stuff. But it was on the table waiting for me to wake up, right? He did his job as a father. But we never communicated. When we communicated, it was only, you know, my dad lived in his bedroom. We didn't live in the living room as a household. You know, we all stayed in our rooms. And I've noticed that some of my child, they like to stay in their room. So I'd be pulling them out, like, no, let's all hang out in the living room, you know? It's stuff like that. Catch the repetitive patterns that are happening that trickle down spiritually from, you know, issues you had with your parents, and see how you can fix it. You know, maybe your dad worked in another state all his life, and while you were in another state with mom, and you feel like that's what you should be doing now with your children. Like, no, like, it's time to bring some loving changes for the love of God. They said. All right. Stop being worried about money. She wants money. She just needs money. The kids are hella fucking expensive. Let me put it to you this way. And if you're not around a child 24/7, you have no means to come into a woman's life and say, you should use my child support money for this. You shouldn't be asking money for this. You can figure it out yourself. Y'all fucking laid down and had sex together. End of the day, right? Everyone, I'm pretty sure by the age of 14 knows that sex leads to babies. If not 14, 15, 16, 17, before you graduate fucking high school, you know that sex between two people makes children. Right. So, if you feel like you're not abundant enough, or you feel like people are out here just having kids to have money or whatever, you need to understand and cut yourself off with that, because some of these women are out here taking damn good care of their children without a daddy around, and playing mom and dad, and going to school and earning degrees to take care of their children because their daddy to the children is a piece of shit and doesn't care. You know what I mean? So everyone's story is different, but I feel like as a collective, results are in as a collective. We all need to come in and do some changes in regards to children. And even if you're a woman, right, around, and you have to play both roles, mother, father, right? Yes, you'll never be that child's father, but yes, you do have to come in with your divine masculine role as a feminine. Sit down, you're grounded, don't be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's programmed, you know, we were programmed to be couples, to have children, and usually the dad's the stern one and the mom's the love one, right? Well, sometimes you gotta be both, and do that about your own inner child too. They keep bringing you back to your own inner child. So say you have no children, or your children are fine, their dad's fine, mom's fine, yada yada. Then this is your inner child that needs to fucking check in. Check yourself. That's the greatest gift you could do, is check yourself. All right. In regards to this message, Spirit, what else would you like to say? The universe is watching if you're going to make peace with the devil or if it's time to leave the devil. And I say the devil as in lower energies, right? Getting away from all these dark energies that's trying to steal your love away for your children. So say I'm talking to a divine masculine right now and you haven't been around your kids forever because some girl in your ear, oh, this girl, they just want this money, they just want that, they just want it for money, they only had your child because they see that you're wealthy. Man, tell that bitch to shut up and that you're doing what's right for your children. You know what I mean? It's time to cut ties with people that are holding you back from your life. Even if, say, you had children with someone, you know, a one-night stand, you didn't think it was going to happen or whatever. Okay, well, the results are in. It's time to fucking man up, woman up, and handle it. All right. Since we're saying bye to some stuff, and I did have some karmic messages, they did have me pull out this karmic deck. I tried really hard to stay away from it. This thing you're getting away from, getting away, it's time to take action. Someone wants to take action towards you. So maybe you're saying bye to someone who was just around you for your money and you notice how it took you away from your children. Or maybe it's not even a person. Maybe you're addicted to money. So you do anything your friends say, anything your family say, anything anyone says to get money, even if that includes hurting your children. It's time to get away from that. And let me just make a side note. All the results are in that are in regards to money and children, okay? Okay. All right. Another card came out, I think. It didn't. We're gonna put that back in there. It was this magic card, but we've been talking about manipulation this whole entire spread, so we don't even need to see the evidence of it. We know it. Alright, so a message from heaven then. We heard the letters B, we heard the letter O, and I heard the word bro. So from heaven, in regards to this stuff down here. I'm also hearing maybe you learned at a young age that you were the father of the home because your father was gone, and so you learned how to work at a young age. And my mama was gone, dude. I got a job at 15. I actually got a job at 15 to support my crack-headed ass mom at that time. But, you know what I mean? Like, our lifestyles as a child ourselves brought us up to some shit when we were older. And it's time to break away from that, too. All right. We're easing the blockage, which is holding you back. Go for it. So, universe is taking away any blockages that are stopping you from going forward to where you truly want to be, where your heart is residing. I was baptized in May when I was a child. So every time I see the word May, I think of me being baptized. So connected to the universe, you know, being baptized with God and everyone. So if you want to take action to a more connected lifestyle, see, I got to take the word religion out of it. I got to take the word spirituality, because I still have some people that are on the fence of both, which is understandable. You get to make that decision, you know. Either way, God is in charge of it. So someone needs your support. Can you help them? We will guide you. If you're thinking about a divine partner right now, say this action is going towards a divine partner, y'all need each other right now. It's just not something that y'all have said, but you both have something that can help each other right now. As far as, and children. You're also being directed on support, even if it's a new doctor, I'm hearing. Your guides, they're directing you. Your guides are also letting you know that, like, your baby mama or your baby daddy or your someone needs help. Okay? But there's some type of success hater in their life right now. Even if help isn't money, maybe help is just listening, or help is just being there for someone. You know, as much as like you build your independence where you don't really need a shoulder to cry on, sometimes that's all people need, because you're built, you know how we teach little boys, don't cry. Well, I hope you're not a parent on my channel teaching little boys not to cry, because then that's how they pin it up inside for so long that they just go crazy when they get older, right? Taking action to getting rid of any of these blockages. I feel like you both, if you're watching this because you're a twin flame or divine counterpart, you know, yep. You guys are being guided that you could use each other's support at this time, as well as I feel like y'all are sending each other, I'm hearing the same angel team to come help each other. So something that is cool, and I'm guided to tell you guys, some of the stories that my divine masculine told me, you know, over the years, I got to know some of his angels that are in heaven. And so when I'm connecting and like meditating, their names will come into my head, and I'll be like, oh, like, what's up? You know, I'm sorry, you know, I never got to meet you, but thank you for being here and helping, you know, with your family, child, or, you know, whatever it is, right? It's a pretty cool connectionness, right? And so I feel like this is confirming, even if you guys couldn't physically be with each other right now, you guys are both fighting every single blockage that's keeping you guys apart. And you're both sending each other spiritual support. Okay? Until that drive can actually be done. Your vintage angels, so like, you know, your super old spiritual team up there, and I say old as in not age, but old as in old souls, right? They've been down here on earth a few times, so they know. They've been through this, and they've been watching up there, so they know more than we know. They get to see the shit that we don't see. You know, they sat in rooms of conversations about us that we didn't get to know, unless you have that clairaudience and you get to hear it. Let me tell you, that is an amazing gift. If you have clairaudience, please pull that in. You hear people talking shit about you, and then it gets confirmed. It is wild. But you also get to hear good stuff, you know? You get to hear rules in your favor before. You get to hear, you know, it's just, it's a gift, but if you don't use your gift badly, you know, then you get to use it for your advantage and to help others. All right. Vintage Oracle Wisdom. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. I swear I've seen the nightmare card in one of these. Did it not? Oh, look at you guys. Look at. I told you. I've seen the nightmare and divinely guided to get back to these nightmares. Wisdom. Dreams and wisdom. I feel like they're iterating on, have you guys been having some wild dreams? And Spirit's been clearing some stuff out in the background so you don't got to go through it in the physical. That's possible. Spirit, have you ever been noticed, like, have you ever been guided by spirit to go to sleep in the middle of the day and you're just like, what? You're like, yeah, go to sleep. Shh, shh, shh. Get your blanket, lay down, baby, go to sleep, you know? And I was like, spirit, I'm usually up working, like I'm addicted to work, you know? Like, no, baby, just lay down. It's okay. Get your blanket. You're being covered and protected right now. And then you go to sleep, you have some crazy ass dreams. Spirit, yeah, Spirit wanted to work out some weird stuff in your dreams so you didn't have to do it on your awakened time. Spirit can help you do that. Spirit is amazing. You could have been clearing up some past life battles that were blockages that needed to be out of the way so you can go for whatever it is that you're going for. You know what I mean? Spirit has your back always. As long as you have Spirit's back, they got your back always. If you're listening to them, so it said there's rewards in being disobedient, like obedient, right? Because nowhere in that day did I want to go take a nap in the middle of the afternoon when I had all kinds of shit going on, you know? But then I seen later on that, like, oh, that's why. So you guys pay attention to when you're dreaming. That's kind of some stuff that Spirit's like, look at what we saved you from. I've been doing your battles on your behalf, girl. Or man, you know? Anuket? I'm so bad at these words. Anuket. Your life will be overflowed with blessings. The embracer. Because you're embracing your spiritual journey. You're embracing every difficulty you might be going through. You're embracing. Spirit will put you through some difficult stuff that you don't even understand, because it's a ripple effect in the universe. Okay? When I light candles and stuff, I don't wish just for me. I wish for my collective, that's you guys. I wish for the collective I don't even know yet, or the collective that I'm not even a part of. I wish for everyone, you know? That's being in the embracer of following your role. The moray, trust in the fate before you. The 3 fates. Like I said, that's trusting in what's unfolding, what you're guided to do, what's happening without even understanding the outcome, you know? Inanna. If you descend into darkness, we can emerge unscathed. Queen Moon. So if you feel like we're in like a darkness, or if you've been, you know, nightmares, maybe you're in a living nightmare right now. Ask and you shall receive. You also need to ask your spiritual team. You need to not feel ashamed to drop down on your knees and ask God for a quick favor. Ask God, what do I need to do to fix this? What do I need to do to go forward? You know? You need to be humble, and be humble with yourself. We also got, let your darker emotions bring you strength. So if you've been, you know, feeling a little emotional about something, and it could be something they've been carrying through on your dreams, so then you've been waking up and certain little things have been hitting you, and it's been making you kind of like emotional. It's cleansing out of your energetic field, okay? Just be thankful that you didn't have to go through it during a waking moment. Honor the divinity of your grief, and then spring will return. So if you've had to let go and let go of something, you know, leave people, places, and things, allow that grief to come in, those dark emotions, you know, because it's healing. It's very healing. Be independent. Listen to the wisdom of yourself. Athena, goddess of wisdom. Ooh, this one was Demeter, was honor the divinity of your grief, and spring will return. That was the mother. So say you've been taking care of your children alone. Okay, cry it out. Like, that shit's hard. Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I take care of 3 children by myself. My older 2 children only go with their dad whenever he wishes. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's hard. But feel it to heal it. You know what I mean? But then take that strength. So, okay, you cried a little bit, like, I fucking hate him, blah, 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 you know. Get it out your throat, chakra. Get it out. But then use that energy to gain your independence. Let me tell you, my level of independence from 2016 to 2021, when I left my first, child's father, I went from my daddy's house to living with that man. I had never lived in an apartment anywhere by myself. I lived with roommates. That's where I met my divine masculine. But then, so I went from my daddy's house to roommates, and then back to my daddy's house because my dad was sick, and I went home to take care of him. And then I went straight with the relationship. You know what I mean? So I never lived alone. And when I lived with my friends, it was a party house. We all ended up hating each other later on in life anyways. So, you know what I mean? That was a lesson all on its own. But so what I'm saying is, allow yourself to feel it, to heal it. Most importantly. I feel like I'm going to title this a Divine Feminine read. I feel like I'm talking to the Divine Feminines who have been, doing the damn thing by themselves and still trying to get away from lower energies. Okay, because I'm a single mom, I get sucked into fucking shitty ass landlords that like to take advantage of women with money. You know what I mean? So you'll never fully get away from the lower energy, especially because you're rocking high in your wisdom and your spiritual team. So learn how to, whatever you go through, you're going through it, but know that the universe will pick you right back up out of it, okay? And get your strength on. You are independent. Okay, you are the mighty one. You are the goddess. You are the queen. You are the mother. You have 3 fates in front of you. You're going to have 3 major challenges they're saying to get through. Count them. Have you been through them yet? If not, buckle up. Because if you're asking for a cleansed life, then they got to hurry up and serve some karma to you. Have you ever asked for karma to be delivered? I'm pretty sure you've heard me say it in a reading before. It is a wild ride, but they'll help you through each and every step because you're asking for it. You're accepting that you're ready for your karma, right? And whatever may come. So I'm going to leave it with a goddess message since I feel like we are talking about a divine feminine. But I want to let you know, queen. Queen, 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 queen. Rhythm. Okay, the dark came out in reverse. But they also reminded you to use your dark side to gain strength. We all have a yin and yang, okay? You can't sit here and tell me that you're all love and light. You cannot. We all hold a light energy and a dark energy. And there's a time and place when you're allowed to use your dark. There is a time and place. Spirit lets you use your dark. Let me say that again. There is a time and place. Spirit tells you to stand up for yourself, and that might involve getting in your dark side. That's why you have it. Remember? God kicked the devil out of heaven. Independence, reiterated. Look at you, queen. Go, queen, go! And balance. You are balanced. And if you're not balanced about whatever's coming your way, get balanced. Because it takes light and dark to make balance. And that's the person you are. You have light and dark in you. So tell them bitches to back. Because you're coming back through. I love you guys. If you'd like a private personal reading, please reach out. spiritdoc.xi.com. I was hoping for this only be like 15 minutes so I can get it up. But we just gonna pray to the universe to get this download out. Pronto. 29:11 on the clock. 11:11. I love you guys. I love spirit. So remember, B.O. and Bro was here to guide you. B.O. and Bro. I love you guys lots. Bye.